Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica, I'm here with your mid-monthly readings. And this will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. It may also be relevant if you're dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Just remember to watch all your signs, keep an open mind about the messages. And what else? I'm running a special price reading, so if you're interested, all the information is down below. So let's see what's going on, Taurus. Lots of fire so far. I feel like you're blocking some things. You're turning your back on something that you no longer want. Jeez, another fire card and the star. I feel like you may be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag. For some of you, they turned their back on you. Now they're trying to come back. You're not having it. For others of you, they mistreated you. Tried to come back, you blocked them, walked away. They're really like not taking no for an answer. So let's see what else. Yeah, Five of Swords, Page of Wands, Temperance, Sag energy. Also, I feel like this has been going on for quite some time and you just had it. The Sun. Oh, two more. The Moon and the Tower. Yeesh. So, well, interesting bit. And the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So, I feel that for those of you who are letting this person back, you're telling them what's what. You're just letting it all out. It can be a very emotional time. But it's like, if you want this, I need to be the most important here, and you need to do what I say. Okay, no if and buts about it is what I'm seeing. So that can actually be a good thing. It can actually be what the connection needs, because with the Tower, something needs to change, like properly, fully change. Otherwise, you're just going to go around in circles. So let's see. Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords. So there was bitterness. The Five of Swords is someone who's very stubborn just for the sake of it. They may know they're not right, but they can't let it go because they have to have the final say. Okay, so you might have been dealing with that kind of person. And it may have been ongoing of just butting heads, and just any conversation was difficult with this person because they felt like you were trying to get one over them. That's just what they are. That's just their nature. That's just where they're coming from. And I feel like you blocking them and you leaving has got them thinking, okay? And they're trying to change their ways. All right, it's too soon to tell if they're actually going to make it or not, but they're trying. Six of Wands, Page of Wands. This is someone who definitely liked to have the final say, who liked to be right, or liked for people to think they were right. Enjoyed attention, like being above all else, you know. So they had a hard time putting you, not even above them, but putting you on equal footing with them, is what I'm seeing here. And as soon as you block them, as soon as you put up boundaries, like, okay, that's it, stop talking to me, we're done, they started thinking, okay, well, I got the final say, but was it worth it? They reached out, but I feel like with the Six of Wands, they weren't really sorry. It's like, to them, it was like, okay, I'm going to be the bigger person, so it's still about them. I'm going to be the bigger person, and I'm going to reach out here, and it will be same old, same old. Okay, because again, it was on again, off again, on again, off again, distance coming back between the two of you for quite some time. Okay, there was a lot of second chances. There was a lot of forgiveness and trying to make it work, but it ended up being the same thing. When they reached out and they were blocked, okay, with the Three of Wands, that really got them thinking. So even though the first time they may have reached out, they weren't really sorry. It was like, okay, I'm going to be the bigger person. Let's do this again. Get back to what it was. When they were blocked this time, like really blocked, it wasn't working. The same old wasn't working. With the Temperance card, it got them thinking. okay, what's going on? Was I really too much? Did I really mess up? Is this really happening? Can I be different? Do I even want to try? Okay, so a lot of thinking. The problem is their ego. King of Wands with the Sun. The problem is their ego. That's what they're struggling with. And I feel like this situation, you blocking them, has really got them thinking and really going within and addressing their patterns. Okay? With the Moon card, everything they were trying to pretend is fine, everything they were trying not to look at, it was all brought to the surface. They can't pretend anymore. So they're really trying to look at it and trying to be a better person. They're really trying, okay? I feel they may need time for this, though. And I feel like if you were to take them back now, that process would be stopped. Because they don't have to do it anymore. They get what they want. They don't have to do the reflection and the healing anymore. So just something to be mindful of, all right? Yeah, Devil. The Devil energy under the Nine of Cups. So this is someone who's used to getting what they want. They never had to change before, because why? They get what they want. And no matter what they lost in the past because of this attitude, they didn't see it as a loss. They were like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll get what I want someplace else. But with you, it genuinely got them thinking, because they had real feelings. And for the first time, those feelings weigh more than their ego. Okay? And the subconscious, everything that, subconsciously they knew they were doing wrong. Subconsciously, they knew that it's not, right to be this way, and you're going to lose this, and that's not going to work in your favor, and that's not the right thing to do or right thing to say. Everything they've blocked out and kept hidden has just kind of exploded, come up to the surface. So they're having a little bit of a, not necessarily identity crisis, but they're starting to question, who am I? Why am I like this? Is that really necessary? Is it necessary to be that way in a relationship with someone I love? What does love mean? How do I love this person? Why do I always have to get the final say? Why does that matter so much to me? You know what I mean? So they're really, really going through it. And this is meant to be. This is their karma. Because you have the sun, the moon, and the star. Okay, that's definitely like astrology, karmic, planets aligning, and the tower. Okay? So you've triggered a process of deep healing for this person. If you were to take them back now, that process would be cut. Everything would go back to what it was. So just something to be mindful of. This could also be vice versa, remember, okay? For others of you, I do see this as maybe dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, Sun, Rising, or Venus. Butting heads with this person. They may be a boss, they may be someone you work with, or even a friend or family member. Butting heads all the time. I feel like it started out as healthy competition and it just turned bitter. I feel like an honest conversation about boundaries will get you what you want from this person. And again, not necessarily walking away, but the threat is a big word, but just telling them that you're willing to walk away from this because it's too much and it has to stop, that gets them thinking, and that gets you what you want, okay? Meeting in the middle, being on equal footing, okay? It could even be a business partner or whatever. And that completely shakes up the relationship between the two of you, which is what was needed to restore the balance, or to put balance where there never was any. I do feel like you are walking away from a past situation, okay, for those of you here. You're walking away from a past situation It was just the wrong environment. It was bitter, it was cold, it was watch your back, cover your tracks, keep a paper trail, okay? Feeling judged, feeling criticized, challenged, your every move was questioned and challenged unnecessarily. And again, this could be going on anywhere. And I feel like you're walking away from that because you might have already been looking for other jobs, or this is coming out of the blue. If this is in the workplace, okay, for example, but there's an offer, there's an opportunity extended to you, so you're turning your back and changing course, turning your back on what didn't work, what didn't make you happy, what was just too much, and changing course, going into this new direction. It can be a complete change of path, change of career altogether, if that's what this is. But you will be put in a position of authority. You will be put in a position of power over. You get to decide what happens. You're given freedom to manifest your dreams. You're given freedom to manifest your vision, and maybe you didn't have that before. Okay? But this is going solo, however that applies. Could even be, becoming an entrepreneur yourself, or just being put in a position of authority. This is going solo and shining. Absolutely shining. And getting what you want. You have the Nine of Cups and the Star here. Okay? So basically, with that energy, the guidance for you, no matter what you're dealing with, is what do you truly want? No more second guessing yourself. No more settling. No more fighting to get what you want. It doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way. What do you really, really want? As soon as you decide that in your head, things start to shift, okay? And you will start to see opportunity for you to turn your back on what you don't want and embrace what you do want, okay? And I feel like you're coming up as the King of Wands because you're very fired up about it. You're very passionate about this. You believe in yourself. You have the confidence to make these changes, which is a good thing. It's a great thing, okay? So that's your reading. Very, very interesting, a little bit intense because there's a lot of fire here, but you can get a lot of stuff accomplished. You can make the changes you want to make and get what you really, really want, okay? You deserve to have that. You shouldn't have to fight and scramble for what you want, or what you deserve, actually, okay? So let me know how the messages apply, if they do, what they're making you think of, what you're dealing with. Remember to watch all your signs. Have a great rest of the month, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.